Hey everybody, welcome to the Waldock Way. I'm Jessica, and today's video is going to be the most requested video on my channel, which is a bookshelf tour. I am going to do my best to show you all of the books that sit on the bookshelves behind me and the videos that you have been watching for a year now. We are at the year anniversary and it has only taken me this long to finally do it. And they are roughly sorted by these being my books, which mean they're mostly read aloud books. This being Usborne. And by Usborne, I mean like interactive. So she normally sits down and pulls a book out and spends time with it. So they either have flaps or they're like the shine the light kind of books. And then this being her independent reading. So she knows that she can go to that shelf and grab anything on it. And occasionally books will migrate from here to here as her reading level increases. Like you'll see that some of the ones we've read aloud at some point are now over here because as her reading increases, I move them over so that she knows they're there and she can read them. On the top up here, I have 4 bins. Each bin holds leveled readers. So we own almost all of the Read with Usborne books, and they are separated in these baskets by level 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to try to show you an example. This would be a level 1 Read with Usborne book. There's probably better examples of this on the web because I'm trying to do this one-handed. But this would be an example of a level 1. And like I said, that's all our level 1s. These are all our level 2s. These are all of our level 3 Read with Usborne. We love these because the quality of the story and the quality of the book is so much better than most books. Now in this bin, I do also have our Katie Woo books because they are about the same reading level, and this bin happened to have the most room in it. So that way they were just there. And then these are our level 4. She can read all of these level books on her own, so she knows she can come pull from any of those and read on her own. Starting here, we have the Secret Mermaid book set. So we have the whole series. Now there are actually 12 in that series. I ordered them off of Amazon so that I could have the whole thing because Emily was obsessed. And then we have Fairy Unicorns and Fairy Ponies. And then we also have the Unicorn Princess series. There's 8 in that series. Here we have 2, and they're only here because they kind of go along with that one. We have the Dino Files, The Mysterious Egg, and the Dino Files Too Big to Hide because they went with the Magic Treehouse, Dinosaurs Before Dark. But this is the entire Magic Treehouse series with a few like puzzle books and the survival guide. This shelf, minus a few that are pulled out because we're working on those units, are all of the Merlin Missions books. We have the Cricket in Times Square, the Trumpet Swan, the Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane, Because of Winn-Dixie, the Castle in the Attic, Half Magic, The Borrowers, The Witch Family, Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim, From the Mixed-Up Files of Miss Basil E. Frankweiler, The Phantom Tollbooth, The Last of the Really Great Wangdoodles, Artemis Fowl, Amy Wild Animal Talker. This actually should be on Emily's side. I don't know why this is over here. This should be on Emily's. Amy Wild Animal Talker, Charlotte's Web, and then we have the 3 Hogwarts library books. And then behind here, because I needed the extra room, doubled stacked, if you can see it, is the Harry Potter series. So I just pull whichever one we're reading out of the back. So they are in the backpack there. Over here I have all of the Roald Dahl books. I bought them in a box set and we have read through them, I think, 3 times. These are probably our favorite read-alouds, like by far our favorite read-alouds. I also have books 1 through 5, and I only have through 5 because I bought the colored edition of the Little House series. I wanted the full color. So that's what I have for now. As we start reading through these, I will probably buy the rest. I'm just going to leave that right there. Over here we have Beverly Cleary, Beezus and Ramona. So I have 4 of those. We listened to the rest on audio. The Sandy Lane Stable series, the Worst Witch series, and then the Natasha Lowe books. And then behind here, if it will focus in, I have the American Girl Be Forever. All of the ones that the American Girl store had. So I have all of those back there. These are mostly things that we would use for school. And by that, I mean like what I would call educational books. So we have Write One, which is actually a public school book. It talks about writing. We have the Writer's Toolbox. What you don't see over here because they are pulled right now is there is a book by the same author that is called Word Fun and Math Fun. And so it has like if you were a noun and a verb and an adjective, then like if you were a plus and a minus sign. So I have all of those, I have those 2 pulled, so that's what's missing. The 3 bedtime math books, we adore those. Do Not Open This Math Book. Not Your Everyday Thesaurus from Usborne. The Children's Encyclopedia from Usborne. Can You Hear It from the Metropolitan Museum. This is amazing. I'll show this to you because it's pretty cool. So it has a, when you get to the actual book, a CD that you listen to, a track as you're looking at a famous piece of art. It's super awesome. Works really great for morning basket too. The My First Classical Music book. The Usborne Famous Composer Reference Book. The Usborne Classical Music Reference Book. The Usborne Book of Famous Artists. The Usborne Children's Book of Art. And then this is a series by Susie Brooks. There's more than 3. I only have 3. It's called Get Into Art. I have People, Animals, and Places. And then I have the Usborne Art Treasury. And because I know you guys are going to ask, no, I am not an Usborne consultant or book lady. I have an amazing book lady myself. And, yep. So, no, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Over here is where I keep all of my Usborne illustrated books for the most part. The one that's missing is Horses and Ponies. But we have Shakespeare, Greek myths, Norse myths, King Arthur, fables from around the world, and illustrated stories from China. We have Tales of Dragons and Monsters, Myths and Legends, Stories from Around the World. That one is Usborne. Nursery Rhymes and Fairy Tale Collection, which actually should go over here. I'll show you guys in a minute why. Along with Once Upon a Map book should also be over here. The Complete Shakespeare from Usborne. Barefoot Book of Nights. The Barefoot Book of Animal Tales. A World Full of Animal Stories. A Year Full of Stories. A Stage Full of Stories. A World Full of Spooky Stories. The Usborne Books of Myths and Legends. The Usborne Stories of Dragon. And this one is stuck because it's a little bit too tall. Oh, come on out. Anyway, that is the Barefoot Book of Monsters. My husband has to help me lift up on the shelf to get that one out. Alright, you guys, probably the shelf that you are the most interested in is our Usborne shelf. And that is because that is what you see behind me the most. So this is the entire Peek Inside series. So it's the Peek Inside. So you get to Lift the Flap and Peek Inside. I've had people ask me if these are too young for Emily. They are not, because she can read them independently. And she has been able to since she was about 6. So that's why I bought these. I mean, yes, for read aloud, they're a little too young. I wouldn't read them aloud to her, but they're great for her to be able to read to herself. And some of the topics aren't in some of the other ones, like Peek Inside a Tree is really cool. We have the Usborne Birdhouse and the Usborne Bug Hotel that are both really awesome. The next step up, kind of in that same line, is the Look Inside series, which is what these are. These are all the Usborne Look Inside books. And so they would be middle. You can see that's the contents and kind of the range. That would be the next step up from the Peek Inside. And we have all of them. And then the next step up from that would be the See Inside. And then again, we have almost all of them. They've released a few new ones that we haven't got yet, but we will. Over here we start kind of with the question series. So we have the very first question books, which are, again, a little young content-wise, but not for her to read to herself. And they have the flaps with the questions. And then we also have the first questions and answers. And then we have the question and answer series. And these are all of the Lift the Flap books that we have. So I only have a few of the kind of the earlier Lift the Flap books, because Emily has grown out of some of those. But then I have all of the other Lift the Flaps. And then down here, which is why I said that these go over here, is kind of my fairy tale section. These are all of the Usborne Peek Inside fairy tales, and I'm going to tell you what, I know that Peek Inside makes it sound super young, but the intricate detail of the cutouts, I don't know if you guys are able to see that. I mean, those are cut out bubbles. It's really, really amazing. And these are actually books that I hope to pass on to my grandkids one day, so I don't think age really matters on those. I have the Usborne Illustrated Fairy Tales, the Forgotten Fairy Tales of Brave Brilliant Girls by Usborne, and then that's why this fairy tale book should be over here, which is the Nursery and Fairy Tale Collection, as well as the Once Upon a Map book should be over here as well. And then I have the Barefoot Book of Fairy Tales. We have all of the Shine the Light books from Usborne. These are some of Emily's favorites. She loves the Shine the Light books. And then these are called Explore the Earth. But they have, let me see if I can show you one. Of course, I'm going to pick a page that doesn't have one. Like this. They have like really cool pop-ups. And like Lift the Flap little booklets. Just all kinds of, I mean, see, look at that. That's a tree that you get to lift these little things and look inside. So it has that same interactive quality as an Usborne book. And so that's why they're over here. So we have how plants and trees work, how the world works, and how weather works. So over here we have all of basically the Usborne books that are too big to stand up straight. And my pillows normally go right here, so you don't see that, so it doesn't drive me nuts. So we have the My First Keyboard book and the My First Xylophone book. And then the rest of these are all of the My Big Book Of series from Usborne. Here starts Emily's independent reading. So she has this Our Generation book that came with her horse trailer that she got for Christmas. The Tales of Buttercup Grove series. She loves those, so we have all of the seasons of those. She has the first 4 in the Animal Planet Adventures. And then these are some of the Usborne readers that used to be, they used to have a young reading set. They don't anymore, so you have to buy these on thrift books, but I really like the title. So we have Gladiator and Stories of Merlin. And then these are some of the Usborne new books that they just released. The Climbers, Little Rabbit's Big Surprise, The Missing Bookshop, Two Sides, and then this is the Billy's Underwater Adventure series. Over here we have part of the Bad Guy series. The few that are missing are in her room because she's read these until she doesn't want to read them anymore, but then the others are still in her room. And then we have Lily the Elf. I believe there's 4 of those. And then we have all of the Billy B. Brown books and the Hey Jack books, because she fell in love with him through the Billy B books and then wanted these to go with it. Over here we have the Disney Palace Pets books. We have the Olivia's Secret Scribble series. Once Upon a Fairy Tale. The Diary of a Pug. Sorry for the glare, you guys. Some of these are really shiny. Princess Pink and the Land of Fake Believe series. We have the Owl Diary series. We have quite a few of the Cam Jansen, but there are still more that we don't have. Let's see. We have Fizz, which is an Usborne series. Pup Patrol, Usborne series. And then Princess in Black. We have the Penny Dreadful books. So that's a series. We have the Pet Vet series, which I'm sure you guys have seen those numerous times. Dr. Kitty Cat. The Project Droid series. Mercy Watson. And then, because we love those, we also have the Tales from Decawoo Drive. And then these are the ones from The Good and the Beautiful. Luke's Adventure. Lily's Pumpkins. And then the Treehouse Town Book 1 and 2. We have the Heidi Heckleback the Heidi Heckleback series. Well, at least the first 10 of those. We have all of the Dragon Master books except the ones that we have already pre-ordered and are waiting on, because that's probably Emily's favorite series. The Welly Wishers. Pretty sure that's a series, but I think we had to buy them all separately. But I have all of the Welly Wisher books. We have all of the Kingdom of Renly books. The Secret of the Hidden Scroll series. And then the Billy B Mystery. So after Emily fell in love with the Billy B Brown, we went ahead and bought the Mystery series, which is all kind of her grown up. We have the Greetings from Somewhere. Zoe and Sassafras. Book 1 is missing because Emily is rereading it again. The Magic School Bus Rides Again chapter books. And then the Time Jumper series. And then these last 2 cubbies are all of the Usborne Beginners, which are all nonfiction. And we are in love with them. Like, I will buy these as soon as they release new ones every single time. And my book lady will tell you that. I'm addicted to these. Alright, so we have bears, rainforest, trees, flowers, seasons, woodland creatures, baby animals, seashore, night and day animals, under the ground, bugs, ponds, pull these out where you can see them, living in space, dangerous animals, poisonous animals, night animals, planes, the Maya, Egyptians, digging up history, pandas, pigs, elephants, tigers, firefighters, pirates. Here, we're going to pull some of these out. Penguins, trains, dinosaurs, farm animals, eggs and chickens, horses and ponies, bats, snakes, lizards, bees and wasps, planet Earth, Earth and tsunamis, volcanoes, caterpillars and butterflies, weather, sharks, the solar system, astronomy, dogs, how flowers grow, wolves, reptiles, under the sea, the sun, moon, and stars, living in space, trucks, why do we eat, monkeys, storms and hurricanes, tadpoles and frogs, ants, bugs, castles, and knights.